Why hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. We don't have Cat right now. So today is what day? Tuesday? July 23rd, 2024. Hello. Welcome. I am tired on this day because I have decided to cut back on coffee intake again. So, a little while back, several months ago at this point, at least a few months ago, I had decided to reduce the amount of coffee grounds that I use to brew my coffee, just because the amount of caffeine that I was ingesting on a daily basis was, let's say, not healthy. Not healthy. It's not the worst it's ever been. It's not the highest it's ever been, but still, it was enough that I could, feel it. And I was interested in, not feeling it anymore. And that did help a little bit, but I still am it's still, too much. It's still affecting my blood pressure in particular. And I think that, yeah, unfortunately, I will eventually have to completely stop drinking coffee. But, yeah, that, I have attempted to do this in the past, and I have had gone for a few months without drinking coffee at a time. But, it's a bit hellish to just straight up stop. So I am trying to reduce the intake over time, and as of yesterday, I've started to reduce again. I reduced the intake again, and I reduced it to 1 scoop of coffee grounds. It was 3 scoops before that were 2 tablespoon scoops. It was 3 before in my decanter Mr. Coffee pot, and went down to 2, and now I'm at 1, and I'm not using the drip pot anymore, the decanter anymore. I'm using the Keurig, because a single scoop is a single K-cup size. So we just have reusable K-cups, and I just had the one, albeit much stronger, because it is just 1 cup now, cup of coffee. Because before, the dilute coffee was among 3 of these mugs per day is what I was having. 3 of this, the pot I would fill to around the 8 cup line, but that's just 3 of these. And it's not really 8 cups either. A cup is 8 ounces, but the manufacturers of coffee pots and coffee makers can somehow get away with redefining what a cup is to 5 or even 4 ounces sometimes. And it can vary depending on manufacturer. I think this one is 5 ounces as defined. I think Mr. Coffee defines it as 5. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they define it as 5 ounces. So it is a 12 cup pot. I fill it to the 8 cup, but it's really 40 ounces. So, yeah, that's that. So, yesterday, tired, head a bit foggy. I was right on the edge of headache in the back of my head for most of the day. I went to bed. I slept pretty well. Woke up this morning, headache. That very, very clear, obvious headache, pain. This back section pain. Still a bit foggy in my head. Takes a while to wake up. Of course, I've had to take Tylenol to help with the headache, but it's not as bad as it could have been had I just not had any coffee. at all. And I've had my cup for the day, had it at breakfast, so no more of that. Yep, that's that update. I'm not gonna be like I'm normally pretty low energy anyway, but I'm probably gonna be lower energy than usual for a while as I adjust to having just the one cup. And I'm probably gonna stick to having the one cup for an extended time frame, at least 3 months. I think at least 3, before I even remotely think about completely stopping the coffee intake. It is something I want to get to. It's just I'll have to go through this whole thing another time when I stop. So yeah, that's that. Games I've been playing. Just quick update. I play Azure Lane between streams. That's pretty much all I've been playing. For clear reasons, feeling a bit tired, I really only had the energy to read rather than play games yesterday. So yeah, that's that. Azure Lane, I haven't gotten the ultra rare ship that's currently available to pull for. Looks like I won't get that ship. I don't think spending money will be worth it for one ship in a game with like 700 ships and other ultra rares that are like some of which better. It's not even the best of ships, so why would I spend up to $40 to get that ship? Actually, I think it would be like 30 would guarantee it, but not quite like truly guarantee that I would be able to have enough pulls to hit hard pity. Yeah, I would have to spend $40. So that's probably not going to happen. This is not a game where I think that price is of value. I don't think any individual character / ship is going to be worth spending anywhere near that amount of money for. There are games where it's arguable, depending on how much you're spending, because the game is focused on the character is like a different way to play the game. You experience the game in a different way when you have those characters. That's not so much for Azure Lane, where you have like 6 characters at a time in a single fleet, and you often have multiple fleets to complete maps, so the individual value isn't as high. And yeah, unfortunately I think I just won't get the character. And since it's a rerun of this character, that means the next time we see it show up will be when it is added to the permanent banners in like however long, of which there was just one added that I don't have either. That's on the permanent pity pool, which I will have to get as well next. So yeah, that's that. It had to happen at some point where I would miss a character, because I've been incredibly lucky thus far. And had I chosen to just skip the previous event characters, I probably would have had enough pulls. So just I'll blame that. And yeah, that's that game. I played this game as well in between streams. We'll push that volume up a little bit. Yeah, I played that sandbox map in between streams, in particular, and got familiar with the like end game, mid-end to end game content. I launched the rocket and beat the game on this map, so I don't think I'm gonna go back to it. It just got me familiar with what the process is going to be like to get through the rest of the game, which is what its purpose was. The whole purpose was to get through the end, so I know what to expect and I can make plans and schemes for our save here. And I could incorporate additional blueprints. That's the other thing, is to actually like test out, figure out how to use some of these larger blueprint arrays. And yeah, we'll see what I end up using with that. And there's some things that I didn't do on that save because they weren't really necessary, aka the entirety of nuclear stuff I didn't do, and I don't think I plan on doing either. But I might have to reduce coal cost. It really depends on how quickly I can, beat the game. Yeah, because, trying to import coal through Unity is not going to be high enough throughput, I think, to really do what we need to do here. Because I hadn't really thought about that specific detail when I set the global the world ore nodes and resources to infinite. These do have a limit in the throughput. Sure, you can increase the cost of these things, but yeah, Unity is a thing. Unity is a thing that is actually pretty limited, all things considered. Yeah. If you're using world map resources. So it's like, huh. Why does it cost Unity? Why? That's one thing I don't even really understand. It's like, why does it cost Unity to work a machine? We're already spending workers. Isn't the worker cost enough? Why do we have to also have Unity be a thing? Why does this need to be limited like that? And on normal difficulty modes, the nodes are also they have a reserve on them. They run out. So I'm like, huh? What? And that gets to one of my bigger complaints about this game, just in general, is that it has way too many mechanisms to restrict how the player plays the game. And it really brings it down to, there is just one way to play the game all the way through. The replayability is absolute dog shit in this game because of all these multiple mechanics that limit the player and the ways that they interact with each other to completely screw the player over in terms of how they want to experience the game. Thou shalt only experience the game the way the developers want you to experience the game, and that is the only way that you are allowed to play the game. And I don't think that should be the case. I really, really don't agree with that style. And a game that, it's supposed to be more sandboxy, where you're allowed to build where you want to build, how you want to build. What's the point of having the ability to build things wherever I want on the map, but I have to do it in a very specific order, in a very specific way, every single time I play the game? There's no point to that. Just wow. What's the battle score on my ship again? Just for my own thoughts. Click the thing. 430. Okay, we can get that. See what unlock that gives. So the treasure chests, I believe, have unlocks. for us. So what did we do last time? What are we doing today? Let's get into that rather than complain about things. Last time we met, we stabilized. Let's see, what did we get? We got the poppy seeds. Okay, that'll be really late game things. We set up and built. Well, we didn't set up, but we built the big JD Plays oil refinery that is giving all of the things. It gives all of the everything. It gives sulfur in relative abundance. It gives rubber. It gives plastic. And I'm actually going to tack onto this graphite first. I said I could also tack on medical supplies, a little bit of medical supplies, but I am quite tempted. I am quite tempted to set up the this Kalen, the Kalen build, the Food and Drug Center. This will also produce some fertilizer, but it doesn't really make enough, honestly. The thing about this build is that its footprint is massive, and it needs to be aligned very specifically to your housing. Unless you want to do a whole bunch of logistics work for the inputs and outputs, which, yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. It will already need a whole bunch of logistics work in that it will require all of the agricultural products brought in, all of them brought in, as well as some not natural products. Like it will need water, it will need hydrogen, and it does have supplemental ammonia input to continue making fertilizer too. And it has like acid input, I think. And it has some output stuff as well, so it makes CO2 available. It makes biomass available if you want to use it. Unfortunately, there's not really that much use for biomass outside of making a biological fertilizer that is sort of pointless. Hey, another bot destroyed off of Twitch. Goodbye. Yeah, that's more than just a warning. That is straight up banning bots. Alright. Well, we need all of these on the planet. We need infinite construction part 3s. That's our next thing. That's absolutely required. We've actually accrued full containers here of stuff. We need more. We need more and bigger containers. Yeah. The big thing was the oil last time. I did add bread. Bread is new in here, and we do have enough to feed our folks. I am toying with the idea of relocating the housing to, like, probably over here as, like, a main housing zone. Also, this is upgrading the trucks. So all of my, like, free trucks have been assigned to this mine control tower, or pickup trucks have been assigned to this control tower so that I can upgrade them to full-sized trucks, because we are at the point in the game now where we have excavators and we have trucks, the mid-sized vehicles. We don't want a single small vehicle. The only small vehicle that shall remain is the tree planter, because there is no upgrade to the tree planter, unfortunately. And I can't really touch this until other stuff happens. We've unlocked the large crusher, which that helps a bit. I can improve my iron setups now. Iron and copper in that I can upgrade to level 2 blast furnaces, as well as level 2 metal casters. But the level 2 blast furnace does not accept this recipe, ore to coal or end coal into molten and slag. This recipe goes away when you upgrade to level 2 blast furnace. I don't know why. Again, there's very questionable design decisions that have been made in this game. The game should not just delete recipes from a direct upgrade on a building. That should not happen. I should not have my entire factory line break because I decided to upgrade a building. It shouldn't just break. And as it stands right now, if I upgrade this blast furnace without making adjustments ahead of time, like clairvoyantly knowing what happens, it will break. You have to be clairvoyant to know that this recipe doesn't exist anymore in the next building. It's just gone. You would expect that the level 2 building would have a recipe that acts twice as fast of this exact recipe that does, 48, 18 into 48, 24, and 48 on the exhaust. You would expect just the same thing, just doubled. Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. It's just gone. You don't get it at all, which is absolute bullshit. And this isn't the only building like that as well. As I've discovered, the robotics assemblers at between level 1 and level 2. The level 2 robotics assembly does not have all of the recipes from the level 1, just doubled. It's missing most of them. And that is frankly unacceptable. You should not have the ability to run an upgrade planner, upgrade your buildings, and have your factory be dead because the new upgraded building does not have an equivalent recipe. Absolute dog shit. So, what do we need to do to prepare for upgrading to level 2 stuff? You need the crusher. You need to crush the ore and provide crushed ore. Yeah, you need to provide crushed ore. That's the big difference. And you could use these crushers that convert 1 to 1. Like, what? You're arbitrarily adding this step, this 1 to 1 conversion step, and breaking this because you want to add this extra 1 step to things. It's like, okay, sure. Also uses a bunch of power and a bunch of resources to do this, but it simply needs to be done. Do I even want to really do this? Well, how much iron do I have? Is iron my limiting factor? We'll see. It looks like my iron is going down. I don't know if this is exactly what I want to do next. What I need, actually, is silicon for electronics. I need to get into electronics, and that is going to require setting up graphite here. So I need a chemical plant to make graphite. It will need chlorine in, as well as sour water. Well, as it turns out, there's this wonderful building here that makes chlorine. It already exists. And it produces sour water, and wouldn't you know it, there is a line that makes sour water. I think it's It's close by. It's one of these here, right there. So we just have to hook up into that, and that'll reprocess the sour water for free. Because it's right here. Meaning the only thing that we really need is a loose storage now. Oh yeah, by the way, one of the like really big symptoms of caffeine withdrawal, irritability. Just gonna throw that out there. Oh yeah, by the way, caffeine withdrawal. One of the big symptoms is irritability. Don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? I can tell. Graphite. Ta-da! Give me the things. All of the things. Thank you for graphite. Alright, how you doing? What are you lacking? Deliveries on rubber? Odd, you're lacking... Like, huh? Oh, that would explain a few things. I don't know why it defaults to off on a lot of this. Like, please be on. Use the stuff, that's the whole point. Well, that should help a bit. Build that quickly. Upgrade. Why is there a pickup? Oh. I see. Upgrade. How many pickups are left? 47? Huh. Buddy. Upgrade. Hope that didn't... Thanks, game. Or mod, I should say. Thanks, mod. Thank you, QOL mod. For doing jack shit. Have I mentioned the mod is exceedingly buggy? I think I've mentioned this on more than one occasion. So now we have to play this stupid game. Find the pickups. Tell them to upgrade. Manually. Individually. And hope the thing doesn't break in the process. Now this is going to increase my diesel demand and the maintenance demand, but whatever. We'll be fine. Famous last words. That'll be what gets upgraded for now. Yo. Health? Where's my U upgrade? Yeah, I need health boost. They have a moderate flu. Give me those better edicts, please. Right, I gave you the direct line on the copper. I should give you a direct line for the iron as well. I should give it a direct line for everything, but this isn't what I'm going to end up using, I think, ultimately, for making all this stuff. I am going to plan on changing to an even bigger array of things. Also by Kalen. Got a few things made by that individual. A few blueprints, big blueprint arrays. Not sure I want to use all of them though, because they are a little overkill. I guess I could do it in stages, but regardless. Just thinking about things and stuffs. But how I have to replace all of this BS. I have thermal desalination, right? So I should have a blueprint. Oh. I don't have it yet? Oh, those are electric boilers. Right. How long until I get the electric boilers? I don't know. So there's this thing. Which is, you know, a bit more compact than all of that. Just a smidge more compact. And it has a coal input on it. Yeah. Where's the brine output? Because I would also need to either dump the brine or convert to salt or do both. One would think the ideal would be, you know, both. Or add electrolysis for the brine into chlorine. Do that as well. And I guess you could vent the chlorine, but wouldn't that be... go to this. Are you allowed to flare chlorine? No, you're not allowed to flare, you're not allowed to smokestack. And you're not allowed to directly dump chlorine. Weird. Again, weird. I mean, yes, it's extremely toxic stuff, but they have other toxic stuff in this game. It's like, well, you know, let me just vent. Just let me vent, bro. we will dump the chlorine. Is that... No, it's not going to be in the way. Or dump the brine, excuse me. Alright, the brine is the bottom. Need to be careful, though. Because this still needs truck access. And we can only dump 60 at a time in a single building. How much am I going to have? 42 times 4. 168. Yeah, that's a bit more than 3. Or, or it is 3. It's a bit more than 1. Pipes. Our limit is the construction part 2s at the moment. This will also need an initial delivery of water. So I'm just gonna put that as an on, or set it to off and give me, oh yeah, this, you know, initial batch of water to the tank. That'll do it. Now, what are you complaining about? Destination you can't reach? I don't know. Oh. Really? You can't get through there? Pipes. We have a bridge upgrade and we're getting the fuel tank upgrade. It's not really going to be all that useful though. Not until we get better guns. Or armor. Again, struggling. Why? What are you trying to get to that you can't get to? Why you? What? I don't know what they're trying to do. And they just not deliver. They deliver stuff like at great distance, so I don't know why they're not doing it there. Okay, we're good. We good. At least on that. Get the that. Get the that. Yes, how specific of me. That'll get this moving. Oh, I went and I did a boo-boo. Let's see, so how much water does this make? 72 times 4. 288 units of water per second. Yeah, no wonder why it has a pipe 3 on it. that is useful. It will allow me to replace some water here. I'm thinking it will replace this line from this guy. But I will need to do some math, because, yeah, there's this too. Wow. Where are you shoving off your stuff? There? Do I have wastewater treatment? Yes. Alright, wastewater treatment. So this process, haha, oh boy. This is not what I need to do for gold. I actually have, like, there's things you can do with this for gold. So you're going to get back half of the wastewater as usable water, which will help to reduce the overall input of water. I am going to need to have a pipe thingy. I'm also going to need this. We shall also require fuel. Yeah. You're going to convert sludge to compost and fuel gas. The fuel gas will get flared. The flaring of the fuel gas will give me not that much air pollution, all things considered. So there's still going to be pollution, but it's going to be air pollution rather than water pollution. So this gives me 1-to-1 wastewater to water pollution at the moment. This thing can process 160 units of wastewater with sand and chlorine and make water. We will need chlorine. Fortunately, yeah, this process sort of makes brine. It makes brine that you can electrolyze. Where's the electrolyzer? Now you can electrolyze brine. I will want another pipe balancer in here. Oh yeah, you can put balancers on stilts now. I have realized this. Trucks won't be able to drive beneath it, but it's there. Dang it. Hate when I do that. Priority out to this guy making chlorine and put it in a storage. What are you complaining about? Unstuck yourself. The what? Okay. Why that took so long to do its thing, I don't know. Why this isn't getting any import of water, I also don't know. Did I tell this to... Oh. It's set to keep full. I don't really need to do that. Alright, now you're going to need a delivery. That starts the process. Yep. There you go. Alright. So, I need another pipe balancer out here. I'm gonna add that and delete this, and this will go up. This needs to be upgraded. That needs to be upgraded. That needs to be upgraded. And... you know... There you go. What's your problem? Still? Now what is with you? Are you just stuck where you are? Get out. I said get out. Ugh. What type of game is this? Factory building. We are on an island and we have to build a massive factory. That's the idea. While also managing a workforce for said factories. So we have to mine the resources on the island, process them into more usable substances, and build things out of them. The eventual goal in this game, launch a testing rocket into space. So we have to develop like circuits and process oil into fuel, etc., etc. So that is the point. And there is a more broader map where we can like do trades with other settlements for specific resources and all that good stuff. So that's the idea behind all of this. Okay, good. We have water. And now I can get rid of all of this. And right now I'm processing seawater into fresh water and taking some of the brine byproduct of that process of this thermal desalination process. And I am taking that brine, I am electrolyzing into chlorine, preferentially. I could also convert that brine into salt. I'm doing that elsewhere, but I could also make some salt out of it as well as the chlorine. And then whatever is in excess, whatever is in excess just gets dumped back into the ocean. This process does not produce any pollution, but there are other things that you can dump into the water that would pollute. Pollution affects the overall health of the people in the settlement. So just having vehicles will add to the pollution. Having ships will add to the pollution. Dumping stuff into the air and dumping stuff into the water adds to pollution. Also, landfill, people produce waste. People produce waste, and it has to go somewhere. Speaking of, it goes in here. It goes somewhere. Right now, I'm just incinerating it, but you can dump it onto the ground, make landfill, make land for it. But yeah, if you build housing over that, well, yeah, that has a health effect too from landfill pollution. But right now, what I've done is I've set up an infinite supply of fresh water to a certain throughput of, 288 freshwater units per second of production, minus the amount that this is going to use for the production of the steam that we need. So we need, 12 times 4? That's the full throughput of this particular boiler, which means we lose 48 of that steam, or of that water, just to keep this perpetuated. So 240 net net water out of this. And hopefully... I see a problem. I see a problem with what I've done here. I flipped all these pipes, but those pipes lead directly into that water tank, which, yeah, we sort of need to provide water here preferentially. That's my problem with this design overall, is it sort of needs a pipe balancer up here. It needs the balancer like right there. With a priority out assignment. That way, it's prioritizing the use of the water that this produces in order to keep making the water. And that goes to the settlement. So the settlement needs water. The settlement produces wastewater after consuming water. So what I was looking to do here was stop dumping wastewater into the ocean to try to help improve health by helping to eliminate this water pollution. Now, one of my things is I'm not sure I want to do this here exactly, because I'm thinking of relocating the settlement over here. That would necessitate actually relocating a lot of this. Or I could just run longer pipes. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'm okay with relocating if I absolutely have to. So this little wastewater treatment center will take in wastewater with sand and chlorine, and it will produce fresh water and sludge. And that sludge can get processed into fuel gas and compost. Compost can be directly placed onto the map, but I don't know why, but I have to add it to here so that it can be dumped. Let's see, I need to run a pipe for the chlorine. Doesn't need to be this level of pipe, though. Oh well. There you go. Run that over and in. Run this. Into that balancer with a priority in. And loose storage here to run the sludge. And loose storage here. Sand. Sand. Import sand. There we go. Quick build. And delete that line. Okay, that solves this settlement location's issues. Or it should treat all of the wastewater. I do need to upgrade this pipeline, though. I'll need to do it again, I think. Oh no, it makes 71. So I don't need to worry about that. So half of the wastewater gets reprocessed into fresh water, and the settlement will use that fresh water. And that's the purpose of this pipe balancer. It will make use of that reprocessed water preferentially. And then this is just going to be set to keep empty, and trucks will come, pick it up, and then dump it somewhere that I've designated it as dumping. Yeah. There's quite a few elements of realism in this particular game. The developers are leaning more towards realism. They don't take it all the way, though. Like, the resources are not exactly true to form, true to life. At least they get the colors right for the iron and the copper. They get that right. But realistically speaking, you're not going to have like a pure iron or a pure copper or even a pure coal or a pure quartz, or, you know, it's not going to be pure. There's going to be impurities. You have to just think of this like iron ore as, you know, impure, and this blast furnace is helping to purify it. It has this slag output. That's like this, that's the impurities. Alright. That is one part of things. Why are we negative? Because of a moderate flu again. There's also this section of housing that, you know, I wanted to set up housing over here, but I think what I would rather do is move this out of my way. Really? Really? Alright. Fine. Be that way. We have to flatten the land. So just give me a mine control tower. Assign a couple of dudes. Edit the area. to this. Hit N and flatten for me. Flatten this. Oh, I have to modify the area again. And actually I want to flatten all of that too. So let me edit this to that area specifically. And I will assign a route to there. What that's going to do is it's going to set... it's going to send the trucks that I excavate as I flatten this land to dump over here as well. And I may want to reassign or build additional excavators. To speed up this process. Actually, speaking of which, has this been built? Yes, it has. Okay. So I've actually already got 2 more that I can add for this process. And I can set those trucks to upgrade. Did that actually do it? No, of course not. Buddies? Oh, they're probably set to something? No? Can you physically get back down? Okay, are you gonna... What? Oh. I done goofed. I removed the dudes that were mining my copper. Oops. Whoopsies. Dig my copper. Mine it. Give me infinite. At least until it runs out. There's a lot of ore for copper and iron on this map. I don't think I'll have to worry about running out before I beat the game. Speaking of which, tech. I will need to create electronics. And delete. delete all of that. Upgrade the housing. So the whole point of flattening all this is to add additional space for housing. And then I want to have a look at this. Is this enough space? It is. I just need to keep flattening, but I could do the center, food and drug center, off of that alone, but what I would prefer is actually snaking my housing up over to here and like do it in here or even in here. We'll see. But I need electronics, so let's start working on that aspect of things. Assembly 3s. I'm just gonna do this willy-nilly. Actually, I need the stuffs. I need the stuffs and the things. Give me a silicon. Silly Willy Billycon. Better to do this over here with the sand access. Okay. Sand. It needs sand, it needs coal, and it needs graphite. Well, just got sand here. Graphite is this line. I don't know why it's a counter line. Doesn't make that much sense to me. As designed. I didn't make it. Don't blame me. And it has a slag output 2. And it needs hydrogen. So I need a fluid storage tank that will request hydrogen. And send it there. This is exhaust. Exhausting exhaust. I will smokestack it. For now, at least. I do have access to the exhaust scrubber, which lets you scrub exhaust, gives you some sulfur out of it, as well as CO2, and some low steam that you could cool down to water. Ratio of half. You get half back at the moment. The larger cooling towers would actually give you more return, but yeah, you could at least offset the water cost by half on here. It will produce 24 air pollution to scrub the exhaust, but the net air pollution, if you were to vent the CO2, is still much lower than venting, you know, the equivalent amount of exhaust. It's still much lower. Now let's run a build me fast command. Oh, they won't be able to get to that, will they? They won't be able to deliver graphite to you. Yeah, figured. They won't be able to deliver coal to you, will they? Yeah. Figures. Do that then. There we go. That's better. Now they can get everywhere that they need to go. And that makes polysilicon. So the way that this works, you put down an arc furnace, it produces molten silicon from sand, coal, and graphite. Then you add hydrogen to the molten silicon to make polysilicon. It's a very simple little two-step process as long as you have hydrogen as well as graphite. And we went and we made the graphite today together. Yeah, I need to actually flatten fully all of that. I don't really have a place for the limestone, but I'll have to just dump it, I guess. Alright, and now that I have the polysilicon, I can go and make these assembling machine 3s wherever. Doesn't really matter where exactly, but I'll do it here. Opposite. This makes PCBs. It makes 12. Glass, plastic, and copper to make PCBs, and then PCBs plus electronics plus polysilicon, electronics 1s, will make electronics 2s. Yep. Give me boxes. So we need glass, plastic, copper, the polysilicon, and the electronics 2s. Oh yeah, the polysilicon needs... Oh, good, it has the storage. And this is temporary. I do have a bigger blueprint that will produce this stuff and the next level of stuff. But that's going to be a bit of a mission. Copper and plastic. Come on. Poly and electronic 1s. Oh, come on. Fine. Be that way. Fine, be that way. I'll use the stupid thingies. Lifts. Ah. Lifts. Lifts make everything better. Alright, so now we just need the level 3 construction stuffs, parts. These doohickeys. Doest of doohickeys. Huh. Well, you know, Dumpy. I guess I have to add it. Compost. Hello. Why, hello, kitty. Meow. Hi, Dolly. Here's my girlie. The girlie's come to say hi. Yeah, she says hi. Yes, it's the baby girlie. Let's hocus focus. Hocus focus on the girlie. Yeah. Yes, baby girl. It's my girl. Yeah, how's Dolly doing? We actually got the kitty today. Hello, baby girl. Now, what happened to your brother? Where's Mr. Cat? What's he up to? Also, upgrade. Upgrade. How many pickups do I have? 18. There are 18 more. Upgrade. 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 15 more. Oh, boogers. Finding them is an issue. And she's gone. More. The actually 11 more. 10, 9. Eight, 7. Well, at least I have enough workers at the moment. Although my food stores are a little lacking. I need more veggies. Hmm. What can I do about that? Let me build. Oh, I can greenhouse now. That may be an option. I'm going to keep an eye on the food situation for now. I'm thinking I'll have to crop this land and do another build of this. Now this could be replaced with a gas boiler burning fuel gas as it gets produced up here. I might do that. We'll see. In the alternative, I still have water from this I can use, but part of me also is thinking, oh, maybe it should just all be part of the thing here. Still a little confused why they aren't dumping this compost. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna copy this now and see about pasting it over here. Looks like the answer to that is going to be a nope for a bit. Yeah, could we get that as shoreline? Unless this is big enough. Is this big enough? Unfortunately, the game does not keep a clipboard of what you've copied. Oh, good. So I can plonk that, and I'm safe. Cool. So there's more water. Don't know what you're trying to go to. Oh, there's Mr. Cat. Hello, Mr. Cat. There's the other baby. Hey, Mr. Ollie Cat. You want your pettings too? More pettings. He already had pettings, but now he wants more pettings. Oh, they can't get to that specifically, apparently. Now, are you going to deliver a truckload of water in? Uh-oh. Cholera? Low water supply? What? Huh? Oh yeah, the food is a problem. Oh good, you're done. Okay, I've got enough stuff to build this. So what orientation do I want to build this in? I think this one. And then the pipe out. Gonna have to not be that. You're gonna be veg and transport pipe to Y pipe 2 because that is what I have the parts to build right now. I will set it to upgrade to the pipe 3, but I don't have quite enough parts. Now, I'm going to need to fertilize this. So I'm going to set up a fluid storage here, and it's going to request fertilizer 2 and keep full. And I'm going to put the unit storage here set to veg. Build that out. And I have to check this guy. Okay, good. They are delivering fertilizer 2. It's getting used in there. Target is going up, and it makes a few units of veggie. And that is going to be the theme going forward. I will be replacing these irrigated farms with greenhouses that will produce a single item and use fertilizer 2 to make it in great abundance. I will have to keep an eye on the water usage though, because it's with greenhouse ones it's 36 per minute on water. And we have 240 available per unit of thermal desalination. Alright. You have made things, so I can now get construction 4, which will give me the ability to build maintenance 2. Oh god. Right, and that also gives me the ability to construct construction part 4s. That's a thing. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, God. Alright. And then from there I can pick up these techs and the research lab 4. And then we enter the like, late mid-game. I guess this is the late mid-game, and then this is the late game. Or you can consider this the late game, and then this over here, the end game. Yeah. We are about to get into the late game, is what I'll say. We're at the end of the mid game. And yeah, I get it. Low food supply. We got more veg. We got more veg, dudes. Also, if dudes could please dump this. If you could please dump this. Aha! There they go. Now they're doing it. I guess I could throw it onto the conveyor, huh? The massive conveyor of doom. It's actually not getting all that much stuff right now because they are chewing through the coal that doesn't have any overburden. Speaking of which, it does have a few more layers. But I'd rather not have an even deeper pit to fill in. And I do intend on filling it in. Oh, and now they're grabbing limestone. Are they dumping it? That they are. They are dumping limestone. At least I think they are. Hello? Yes. Oh, wait, no. It's delivering the limestone. Interesting. But it is using it. Well, that's good, and it's good to have, like, flat, exposed limestone. As long as it's 6 layers. Yeah, that's at least 6 layers deep, so we're good on that. It's important here because you can carbon sequester on limestone that is at least 6 layers thick. You can shove in carbon dioxide with seawater, and it will effectively delete the CO2 that you throw at it. Alright, we have veg. We are low on potato and corn in particular. Okay. I don't really need to do this for potatoes, do I? If I have enough room, I don't really need to do it for the potatoes, but I think I will anyway. Oh, it's break time. It is break time. I'm gonna do soybeans, I think. And we will set up soy. Where is it? This one. Tofu. Where's tofu? Tofu. It needs sulfur, limestone, and water to make the tofu. But I think I need to deal with the animal feed output. But yeah, that'll make a protein, which will count here. It'll be helpful to have all of that. It adds more to health. It gives a health bonus. So that'll be nice to add a little bit of extra food variety into the mix. I should also be thinking about, setting up egg and meat, or egg/meat production for even more protein, but we'll get to that eventually. We are halfway through the stream, so it's time to take a brief break. I will be back in a few minutes. I've returned. Welcome back. We'll see if a cat decides to join me. Well, we shall see. I think a can of tuna is about to be opened, so the cats are probably going to be disappeared for a bit during that time. Alright, we have researched construction 4. Cool. What do I need here? I need to set up the pipes, of course. So that needs to stay at level 3, go this way. Put you down in there. Oh, you didn't end up... There we go. Go this way. There we go. This will be soy. Soybeans. The soy is stored in a loose storage. And then how are we going to bring it into this? So this is just going to be... hello. There. Direct. Would you stop? Just off. Off. Everything off. I need to route water. Get the pipe. Get that pipe down. That's the water. Then I need the sulfur and limestone. So that's 2 more loose storages. We need sulfur. And we need limestone. Now, I don't know if I have enough sulfur to do all this, to make a sufficient quantity of the soy. But we'll find out. It looks like this definitely can be paused on 2 of these, because this is not going to really be making enough for more than 1 building at a time. So 12 tofu will get made. Let's put down a storage for the tofu and a burner. We'll do a U-shaped balancer into a loose storage. With a priority out. This will be animal feed. And from there, I will burn the excess animal feed. It will make 4.5, which is fine for a single burner. You're stuck. Oh good, I have plenty of thingies. Alright, there goes soy. And that's tofu. Alright, I will need an additional food market. It's over this way. Da 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 da. Let's put it here. This will take tofu. So now the trucks should deliver the tofu. I said now the truck should deliver the tofu. I said now the truck should deliver the tofu. Any minute now. We're not. Hello? There it goes. Now it's delivering. There we go. So that increased my food. We apparently go through 13.5 per minute, which is a bit more than I'm producing. That's, yeah, that's a bit more than I'm able to produce. I mean, technically, if I turn this other one on, it'll actually use the full production of the 9.8, assuming I have enough fertilizer too, which, yeah, that could be a problem. Oh boy. That's the biggest problem of this setup, I think, is that it just does not really produce all that much fertilizer too, because it doesn't get the sulfur. It like doesn't have sufficient sulfur production to maintain fertilizer 2. This is just like a byproduct fertilizer 2, not a main source. It's the same with the fertilizer, but with the sulfur itself, it just doesn't bring it. Which does lead me to, oh hey, I should repair that sulfur mine. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. I've delivered to the sulfur mine. Let's go home. Good. Sulfur mine exists. I will unpause it. It will now make 36 sulfur per minute. I will need to have access to a cargo ship as well. So let's start loading to repair that next cargo ship. Okay, I'm thinking. I am thinking! What is next? What do I need? What do I need? Well, this is almost done with its flatten command, so let's break that. Where am I going to get the material to fill that in? I think I'll have to dig into this guy. Yeah. So that is a really big thing of coal, and I want all of it. I also need to tap into the gold at some point. This is also deforming this top line. This will also deform the top line with for the copper. I'm very much considering digging this out to fill this in. I've built my ramp here to get up top, so that's fine. What I actually really need would be more of a ramp down rather than a ramp up. Yeah, I need to mine down, excavate. I'll do 4 wide. And this will break a lot of the stuff that I have there. That only goes down to +5. Hold up. Or +6, excuse me. Nah. If we're gonna be digging, we're digging to +2. Excuse me. Okay. Because +2 puts us in alignment with this flatland down here. The issue is that I won't really be able to access this, like, at all. Alright. Is it time to actually just edit the area? I think so. So I'm going to edit that area. Actually, I'm going to trim to this. Huh? The hell are you talking about? Get thee over here. What the hell? Can you mine that? No? Okay. Sure. Be that way. Alright, now you are going to be a fill-in zone. And these guys will be largely assigned to that. And oddly, now it's about I can export to there. Oh, and you don't need any excavators assigned to you. You're just a big dumping zone. Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess I will need to run this really long belt line. Oh, come on. And that be that. I guess technically I could put this in the pit at this point, but I also want to keep growing this, as well as start working on filling in this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here, set it to you, unassign all of the vehicles here, reassign to that, and yeah, I'm just going to do that. That's it. Assign the area. And that is that. You don't need to be assigned to you. Quick deliver. It is going to get sand, and it's going to like fill this with sand. But, you know, that's okay. What do you... Oh, you can't reach it because it's sort of full up. There's okay. Yeah, these are just complaining they don't have the ability to empty their cargo, so I will do that for them. There's like multiple vehicles stacked on top of each other in that particular location. Now, yeah, I could use that sand, but filling this is a priority for me. This needs to be flatland. Alright. Why are they filling this with waste? I only have one. Oh, because the other thing may have had. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, it's the coal issue, which is about to be resolved. At least I thought it was. Hello? Wait, what? Like, duh, priority 1 for power should be the thing that makes your power. What's going on? Why aren't you spinning? That's right, it takes a moment. Still, that sort of just crept up on me. I figured that there would be issues from the transition here as it dug its way back into the coal, but didn't think it'd be that bad. Huh. You know, I think it needs more water. The answer is yes, it needed more water. And now it's getting it. Because it needed 96 total water in. And this is only 48. It's half of what it needs. What industrial edicts? I already have maintenance reducer 1. Oh no. Hey, Mr. Cat. Joining. Rubbing around my legs. Are you gonna come up? Bah. Assign sand. There you go. Oh. I guess it can't physically access. All right. That's why I have this. Yes, that has allowed it to get across. Excellent. Now we have our coal. Everything is back to normal, with the exception of, not quite having enough maintenance. Right, I think part of that... No, that's not the issue. In this array. Might have been lack of iron. Oh, I see. Yeah, that would explain. There we go. Meow. What's he meowing? Is he gonna come up? Mr. Cat. Come on up. Come on up, Ollie. Why are you meowing? Why are you meowing, Mr. Cat? That's better. That's so much better. Yay. Yeah, I know, this is for dumping. Farm could not store all the wheat after the harvest. That's nice. Right, we are just eating all of the tofu that gets produced. Power Gen 4. That unlocked the bigger cooling? Yes, that unlocked the bigger cooling, the bigger turbines. Oh boy. Bigger everything. Bigger fly, or yeah, bigger power generator as well. Hama. Hama, mama, mama. And the large cooling tower, which gives you a 3-to-2 return. 2/3 back rather than half. Yeah, I'd rather not delve too much into the thingy, but into the copper next to me. I do want to clean up this line. And get all this filled in. That'd be even better. All right. This. Problem with this. Oh. Pause. And planning mode is that this transport system. Oh, right, and it doesn't include the clinic. It needs a space down below on the next slot for the clinic. Yeah, it has a spot below it for the clinic. Boogers. And snots. Yeah, this isn't a good spot, unfortunately. Let me show you what it fully looks like. So the baseline goes like so. I thought. Who, what, where? What's the alignment? Gosh, I'm quasi. Da 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 ba da 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 da. Right. That's the one assigned to veg, that one. So the way that this is supposed to be aligned is that. So you can see how it doesn't align right. That's how it's supposed to go. Actually, it's that. That is how it's supposed to go. And the organic, or the inorganic inputs are not on a piece of flat land, so yeah, I would have to adjust the position a bit, as a smidge. So if I did this up here as an example, it would put the inorganics on the right, the organics on the left, and it would put the array, that's this guy, here. Now I don't have to follow this exactly, it's just more convenient if I were to do so, but there's nothing really stopping me from running the lines to here. And then like bring this over to the clinic wherever I build the clinic. There's nothing particularly stopping me from doing that, but for the fact that I'm supposed to be growing my housing out in this direction, so yeah, that is, I think, like the inherent issue. Why won't you let me? Alright, that's a valid placement. That's a valid placement. And the clinic goes there. So basically it would be, I have to connect this to here. And thus why I want this all filled in, is so I can put this here, in here. I'm going to keep this all paused for obvious reasons, but yeah. The other part is it has a farm transport line that hooks up there, and it gives it like a main bus on it, and there's an inorganic transport main bus as well that I think ties in like that, or maybe like this. It's actually like this, I think. Yeah, an inorganic bus that ties in this way. So I need to have like space for all of that width and the length on top of that. So then it gains, remove water fluid storage to building. Remove water fluid storage to building. Connect the module to facility. there. Yeah. So that's poultry. That gets added to that. Then there's the fertilizer stage or phase. This aligns... Where? Where does you align? There. Ammonia is there. Medical supplies goes there. Snacks I haven't unlocked, so that's the current extent of it. The only thing to note is that when you upgrade the medical supplies, you have to delete some stuff from this. Yeah. So I hope you sort of get the idea here. This sort of like makes all of the things. It makes all the things. It does eggs and like poultry to meat and meat trimmings. And it supplies all of it out here to your residence. All automatically. It's all done for you. And at this point, it would have meat, tofu, bread, eggs, as well as the veggies, corn, and potatoes. But, yeah, we don't have sufficient amounts of much of any of that at the moment. It's something to build towards, to work towards. Oh, right, Unity. Why so much disunity? I guess I don't need to have these boosted anymore. We're down to 7 pickups. I think I'm okay. But what's using all this Unity? Oh right, it's the sulfur now. Huh? Oh. What? Oh. Yeah, that explains it. That explains a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that was a problem. But hey, we fixed it. I should probably be dumping the sand somewhere else. But, If we need more sand, there is the quartz to mine over here, and the whole idea of the quartz is that it is sand. It's basically just rock sand. Larger grain version of sand. It's all just silicon crystals anyway, with varying levels of impurities. Yeah, that is what I was a little worried about. Just in case, to protect the control tower. Because they are almost at the max extent, but it looks like there is a bit of overburden that's getting removed there. Don't want it to impact the structural integrity of the mining control tower. And what's this about being... Ah. Yes, I suppose that is. What about other ones? Who's a mining designation outside of a control tower? What mining designation is outside of a control tower? I don't see any. Ah, that line. There you go. So what am I going to actually build now? I need the next level of construction parts. What I actually want to build, not this food and drug center, I want to build, I think it's this. Unfortunately, the author didn't put their name on the thing, so I don't have that. But this was another blueprint set available on the internet. It's pretty compact, I think. I can do it in here. I think that's a good spot. 2 goes to the side. There. So this makes the construction part 2s, up through construction part 2s. It makes mechanical parts, electronics, construction part 1, 2, and 3, actually. As well as mechanical part 1s and electronics as a bit of a buffer storage here with 4 maintenance depots. So this will fundamentally replace this array over here. It will replace this, and I will have to belt in again the copper and the other stuffs. What it has here, though, is bricks, and I need that to be the slabs. Concrete slabs and not bricks. It also, for whatever reason, doesn't have keep full stuff set. It has recyclables as an output. I don't want to mess with recyclables just because I don't want to deal with gold. But theoretically, I would think that this recipe would not give me any gold from the recyclables that it produces. Apparently, the contents of the recyclables is supposed to be based off of the source of the recyclables, which is a little odd that the game would have to keep track of that information in like all of the units of recyclables that get produced. Weird. It's weird. It's very odd that would be what the game does, but oh well. Number 3 gets tacked on here. This makes electronics. Oh no, this makes household goods. 4, I believe, makes the electronics and electronic 2 or 3s. Yeah, electronic 2s, electronic 3s, and the construction part 4s. Now, I will note, as set up here, in order to make electronic 2s, you need robotics assemblers. So these are just here to be here for like placements. They need to be the robotics labs in order to actually make electronic 3s. And then this makes maintenance 2 off to the side. And there will be a 1 for the maintenance 3s off to the side again. But that is the furthest extent of it. We don't have, the maintenance 3s. And this, I think, is... an extension for servers, household appliances, and consumer electronics, and solar cells. I don't think I would want any of that, but it's good that it has the servers. I wouldn't want the solar cells. There's no point to solar in this game, full stop. At any level, there's just no point at all to solar like existing. By the time that you can make it, you need so much power that, and the level of solar, like the number of solar panels you would need to replace your power would be astronomical. And just not useful. You don't have a recipe set for construct. Oh, right, because it doesn't give you the correct assembler on here. That's the other part, is that this particular blueprint sets things at like the lowest possible level it can, so that you can build it as early as possible, but still have like all of the everything in place, so that you don't lose your spacing. And it has room to change these to the like big containers. So this is going to fundamentally replace all of this, but I sort of have to build it first. Which, as you can see, I'm sort of using all of my construction parts for all of this. Every last one. All the belts are using up all those construction part 2s in particular. Yeah, again, this would need to be upgraded to do the household goods. Microchips we don't have and won't have for a bit. And they're just as bad as I remember them being. Now, at least I have blueprints and the ability to run the game at times 10 speed. Ooh boy, that is fundamentally required for my sanity. Because, yeah, the late game still just as annoying as it used to be. Okay, this is slowly filling in. As a reminder, this entire setup will be shifted to the left to align here once all this is filled in. Then I can think about, okay, what do I need to build, or to grow, I should say. This does produce fertilizer 2. It does not produce enough fertilizer 2 to grow enough of the agricultural products to feed the damn thing, which is exceedingly unfortunate. Yeah, it doesn't make enough ammonia in particular to supply enough fertilizer for everything. It does have an ammonia in, I thought. Yeah. It has an input for excess for providing supplemental ammonia, and that's going to be required. You also have to provide it with hydrogen and water, steel, plastic, salt, sulfur, limestone. It actually has a CO2 output to deal with as well, as you so desire. I think it has an internal vent for it, but still. I do like this design. It just has its limitations, and it needs an absolute stupid amount of logistics work to provide everything to it, unless you want to run your trucks into the ground. That just requires I filled all this in. And yes, filling this in was a very easy decision for me. Speaking of which, workers. We're down to 69. I think I'll have enough workers for this. Let's see. What I had was 4 and 4. And 1. This would be 6, 6, 6. And 6 again. Hey, at least these could make the upgraded stuffs. Oh yeah, and the ship has found some electronics 3s, so there's that too. They can store that now. Yeah, I have preferred this overall in these later phases where I actually have the resources to build it in a relative amount of speed. In relative speed. Not perfect speed, but still. It's alright. It's alright. Just as this other setup is getting things done. I also need to think about this copper and the iron processing. There's some upgrades we can do there as well to provide more copper and more iron in sufficient quantities for this. I am semi-tempted, actually, to level this off and put in refining of the copper and the iron. Speaking of refining, I do have this thing that I haven't even remotely attempted to do yet. Yeah. This is a unified foundry, as it says here. This is another one of those Kalen builds, which this person makes some dense, very dense blueprints. It's just a lot to be like even remotely usable. Yeah, you need that much space. This is just a guide for how much space you need. I wish all of the blueprints had this, actually. Yeah, like it could go here if I move that groundwater pump out of the way. But then, like, how do you feed it properly with all the ore? Yeah, and then there's all the transport stuff too. Oh boy. Yeah. And like, how do you even align the main complex? That says 10,000 construction part 3s is needed for this. And 4,743 construction part 2s for this particular blueprint of unified foundry. Yeah, and the game performance just dies as well. This is why I do like having as well the JD Plays blueprints, because they are, you know, smaller, modular, more compact. With the exception of the oil one, though, which is the one I'm using here. The upgradable smelters by JD Plays. This is somewhat useful. It could be better, but it's basic. That's the, I think, the idea of it is that it is basic and it's purposefully basic. And that's fine. It is okay to be somewhat basic. It looks like we're now going to be making the construction part 2s in this factory. So that's a step in the right direction. Supplementing production. But in order to progress further in research into this part of the tech tree, I am going to need to upgrade my research labs, and they are going to need to, or they will require the next level of maintenance to continue to operate on top of having this lab equipment 3, which really just adds electronics 2s to the previous lab equipment. It's not a huge step up in the complexity, especially since we are already making electronics 2s. We need to keep making electronics 2s, don't get me wrong, and we need to make more, and that's the whole point of building this current blueprint, is that it will produce a lot more electronics 2s for me, and like use all of my production in the process. And once I set that up, we can get through the rest of these tasks, but the next thing will be blocked, or blah. Next thing we'll be blocked by is this this microchip production, which I actually need to find microchip technology on the map, so we need to go explore more, get that off the map. But once I get this, I'm then blocked on data center by actually making electronics 3s, which will require making microchips and doing all of these recipes. Fortunately, I have a set of blueprints from JD Plays, again, that are actually useful in here. That gives you a step 1, a step 2, and then a later step 3. The step 1 uses a single factory, microchip factory, and keeps looping the outputs over and over again until you eventually end up with what you need to make the microchip. To do all the silicon doping processes. Needless to say that this is extremely slow to get microchips. So once you do have enough stuff to build more microchip machines, do so, upgrade. This one is 3 microchip makers for 9 teraflops with a single silicon crystallizer. It just speeds things up a bit. But really you want the one that's the full array, 12 machines, so that each machine is one step in the process. That's what we gotta get to. That's what we gotta get to. I don't have enough workers. Oh joy, oh bliss. I don't have enough construction parts, so at this point, I think I can, or I will delete. Am I still relying on these maintenance depots? Yes, at least temporarily. So I will pause that section. That gives me enough workers. It means that all of my production is now in here. Are you small? Yes. It's Lasai. It didn't do it. Upgrade. And remember, the whole point of digging here is to get this filled in. Once it's filled in, there will be no more point to digging this. But I might still do so and like connect all of this so that I have all of that space available, or like get it evened out. Or keep digging. Keep digging. Make more flat room for me. Like flatten the whole thing. But I do need the gold as well. Can't forget that. Okay, the buildings are built. This has been upgraded. I can start making those construction part 3s. These have been upgraded. They make household goods. And as this goes in, as we get the part 3s, they'll start upgrading to part 4s. Yeah. This needs to be built though. Let's focus that for a sec. Actually, more than just this one needs to get built though. Because I do intend on deleting the other thing. Alright, we've got some part 4s. Woohoo! Construction part 4 is our go. Alright, you've been upgraded. You do that and that. Once you get upgraded, you'll also be assigned. And I will need to build the distribution for household goods. as well. I'll deliver that quickly. This just gives you more unity. That's the only real point to that, is more unity. Speaking of unity, how are we looking for a flat coastline over here? How's this coast looking? And just in general, how's the coasts looking? I've got a spot here. Good. Give me this here, as well as loose module M's. This will be assigned to sulfur. And that'll be my sulfur supply for the base. That will increase my ability to produce a lot of stuff. God dang, negative 27 workers. Let me delete this now. Hey look, 69 workers. Yes, because these maintenance depots use a lot of workers. In fact, it uses so many workers that I'm still going to be negative. Yikers. I did not quite anticipate how many workers that would use properly. The fortunate part is that my thingy here, if I run growth boost, 0.4% of 2,000 people is a lot of people. Is actually a few. So you just run growth boost for a bit and just get a lot of folks. You see, it's like running 10, 11 now. So we're at that point where it's more useful to run the growth boost than it is to adopt from the other settlements. Like, there is a point, and it seems we're about there. Because if you adopt from other settlements, you actually spend 2.5 units to get 10. This is spending 1 to get 10, which is a pretty good trade. I don't know about you, but I think that's a decent trade right there. I'm actually gonna start building these. Unpause, unpause. It seems I have enough workers for now, so we'll let it go back to the standard growth. And I will need to run upgrade on the conveyors and the assemblers. That's how we upgrade this. We just gotta upgrade all the assemblers and belts and all that good stuff. Oh, it's also gonna upgrade all the storage too, which is good. That'll take a minute. That'll take a few minutes. Heat up all my stuff. At least the all the trucks are still stable. Upgrade. You're upgrading. How about you upgrade? Upgrade. 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 You're upgrading. And you're upgrading, so is that 7? Yep. No more pickups will be in the base. Everything is going to be upgraded fully. And all of our tree harvesters are large, so there's nothing else that we need. Absolutely nothing. And yeah, I'm going to focus these because I can then focus on all of these additions. They're really filling this in pretty quick. That's nice. Of course, this is also setting us up to make the mega excavation stuff, mega-sized vehicles. That will be good too. There is another thing, and that is the fact that we could run hydrogen vehicles, hydrogen-powered vehicles. Now, what does that do exactly? Well, it reduces. I would imagine that it eliminates the pollution for the vehicles, or at least vastly reduces it. It's unfortunate that the vehicles, as they are, that with the diesel vehicles, they don't show the direct contribution to pollution per vehicle. The only way to see that is in here. We have 3 health reduction for vehicles pollution. Three. Oh yeah, I'm realizing that these are still in planning mode. Whoopsies. Alright. So how are we doing? What progress have we made today? Well, we've snaked our way with our little city here to more population. We have been... Well, I arbitrarily decided that I am done mining this coal pit because it's a big pit in the middle of a nice, big, flat area that would rather be flat. So we're reflattening this. We're digging the other coal patch all the way to baseline level of the -2, or the +2. Excuse me. Not excuse me. Mine. Mining designation, please. Not leveling designation. That could be problematic. This was all leveling designation and not mining designation. Needs to be very specifically mining designation. But yeah, they're mining. We got coal. We have enough miners here that we don't need to worry as much about the overburden. Yeah, that should be upgraded. I needed to move it up to 200. across the whole line, actually. So yeah, that's the throughput of the stacker. If you hadn't noticed, the throughput of the stacker is 200 per minute. So there's no point in fully upgrading the U-shaped conveyor if you only have the one stacker. If you want to upgrade to the next level, you'll need to add at least one more. And if you really want to use the full throughput, you have to add 2. And you can't boost stackers. Okay. Food types. I could use additional soy and corn, because apparently I don't. Well, when this gets built and when I get chickens online, I would actually need more corn and wheat, because it's going to be converting that into the animal feed directly, I believe. Let's see, you take in all of the byproduct animal feed, you get fed in from this belt, from this guy, with a priority in from the byproduct. This is the primary production of the animal feed. It apparently takes in soybeans as well as corn and wheat. The excess wheat, corn, and soybeans. Let's make that clear too. They go through splitters with priority outputs and sorters. Splitters and sorters and all that good stuff to get rid of... Oh! It's actually not getting rid of excess, because that's taking a direct line in from these containers. Huh. So it's just getting half. Interesting. I hope it's been designed to get half of the production, especially if it's going to be burning. Well, the way this is set up is that it will not burn off the animal feed that this produces. It burns off the animal feed that is the byproduct animal feed from the other processes like tofu and the wheat into flour for the bread. So it'll take all that byproduct and it will preferentially pull in from there, but if there is excess, it will burn the byproduct and it will not add to the excess through converting the wheat, the corn, and the soy, which is exactly how it should be. That is exactly how I would design it, if I were designing it, but yeah, I don't think I'd make anything that looks this compact. Quote-unquote compact. There's gaps in there for additions for later parts of the game. That's just I need to shift this over a bit once all this gets filled in. Why does it have to be in the way? How's all this looking? It's moving ever so slowly because of a lack of nothing. That's just how fast it runs. Oh, glass. It needs more glass. But these are going. This is going. It's actually full on the part 1s. So it's lacking the electronics because of the level of buildings on the electronics factories. So I do want to prioritize the electronic factory upgrades in particular. And have these filled? Yes, these buffers have filled. These little these paused conveyors are simply to help if you have an issue. If you have an issue and you are running low on maintenance because of a lack of further input, you can unload these guys by unpausing these belts to resolve, at least temporarily, the the maintenance issue. With that, though, we have reached the end of the stream. And I would like to thank you all for watching today. I've pretty much gone over the things we've done today, including making soy and starting to set up increased production. We are in the electronics age now, electronic tubes age now. So when we meet again on Thursday, we will progress into the next tech level and keep on going from there towards microchip stuff. Maybe we'll start that next time. Yeah, thank you all for watching. This has been Dr. Shibut. I will be back on Thursday. I hope to see you all then.